As society gets more complicated and less cohesive, dialogue becomes even more centrally important. And I don't mean dialogue from far away, I mean people being in the room together, applying their minds and their intellect, their hearts to some of these issues that needlessly divide us.
It is a festival of hearts and minds. Why festival? Because festival already has kinetic energy, and it promises movement, joyfulness, and connectedness.
It's just getting us to have a platform outside political leadership, and that is sorely needed on the African continent.
It brings together a large number of policymakers and intellectuals and provides a forum for an open and frank discussion and conversation about the problems of Africa.
Africa has a very unique positioning. Its renewable energy potential, its young and growing workforce.
Young people don't feel that those in authority prioritize them or listen to them.
Africa must leapfrog right now. Must. There is no other option.
How do we make these technologies work for 8 billion people rather than 8 billionaires?
We, until this year, had never had a vaccine against a parasitic disease of humans.
Meetings like this bring all these facets, academic, investment, civil society. It's all connected. And I think we don't have enough spaces that remind us of that connectedness.
We form relationships between partners, between causes, between continents, between peoples. The beauty of it is that there would have been a really small likelihood that they would have crossed paths unless it was deliberately designed.
You can do all the research, you can produce all the evidence. If you don't communicate it with people that are likely to implement change, the research alone does not do much.
It brings the opportunity for people to sit side by side with difference in a civil discourse.
When did Irish people become white in America?
Go for it, John. When did the Irish become white? And how long have you been white, John?
You've created an atmosphere that we actually don't want to attack the person, we want to attack the problem.
There is a lot of science of the power of diversity. It allows you to see problems from different angles, and a lot of time you can come with a solution.
Sometimes you need ideas that are different from the ones that you are used to. So being here is really to get that stimulation.
That is his name.
The more you listen, the more curious you are. Perhaps we are losing an ability to listen deeply.
I go to a place in the high reeds, I call.
It's by both holding on to your opinion, but also holding it loosely, because what you're trying to do is to create a shared reality.
We are in a moment right now that demands both courage and ingenuity in really thinking about how do we not think of Africa as in a perpetual catch-up mode, but actually potentially advantaged in building the future.
Africa in the world really is about how we can recalibrate what we understand about Africa and Africanness in the 21st century, a century that some people call the African century.
So we bring people who are doing things that could advance human progress together to come and tell us how they did it. We want to hear from people like that because their work has a direct bearing on the well-being of African people. So we don't need to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes all you just need is to be re-inspired that you have the capacity to solve the problems that you face.
Ba 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 ba.